I'm going to do a bone broth video. Look, there's Mason.
There, Mason?
Yeah. I'm going to do a bone broth video. Excuse my lovely style today. I've been kind of wearing my pajamas all day, and it's been one of those days. Like, who cares about showering? I'm not leaving the house, right? So, really, my secret plan is to take a nice hot Epsom salt bath later. That's my excuse. On days I don't shower, it's because I'm taking a bath later. And then I get to like sneak away. Anyway, I'm doing a video for my friend Heather. This is all for Heather. And I'm going to go ahead and share it with you all too. This is about bone broth. So I was over the phone trying to explain to her what bone broth is and how it could benefit her and how she should do it, how she should make bone broth. And I realized that I was like, oh, I'll send you some videos or whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to make my own videos because my videos are awesome. So here I am talking about bone broth, and I'm going to share you guys some literature if you want to read about how awesome bone broth is. But I can tell you in a nutshell, basically, you're cooking down the meat. You're cooking down all of the minerals in the bones and the bone marrow and the collagen. And I use organic chicken. I cook about a chicken a week because I usually am making like chicken spaghetti or chicken stir fry or chicken salad or whatever every week. So I always am having like chicken bones and, you know. Okay, hold on. Scold me back now. There you go. Knock yourself out. So I'm always having these leftover chicken bones. This is a small chicken carcass. It is like, it's not organic because I just couldn't go where I usually go yesterday. But I need bone broth, and I'm making jambalaya. You booger. He's mixing olive oil into my water. I guess I needed a liver cleanse. That's another video. That's a whole nother video, Mason. We're not doing that right now. So, in my pressure cooker, I just dumped the chicken carcass. This is a bag of vegetables that it's like the end of a celery and like the skin of an onion. And don't throw that stuff away when you cook. Even if you're not making bone broth that day. I threw this in like the last time we made tacos or whatever, or chili, or whatever I was using this for. And I threw the ends of the celery and stuff into this bag and threw it in the freezer because I was like, one of these days, I'm going to get a little bit of a chicken carcass and I'm going to make bone broth. You can also go to your meat section of your grocery store and ask them for bones. And the Rouse's, the new Rouse's by me, has packs of bones. Check this shit out. This is another thing I'm going to talk about too, is there's a lemon. There's a half of a lemon. So after I squeeze my lemon into my water, first thing in the morning, and I'm all totally out of, like, this is a lemon carcass. It's a squeezed lemon. What are you going to do? You can do something with that. Believe me, it makes your bone broth taste really good. It makes your bone broth taste really good. You good there, bro? Here, let me give you a towel just in case. Okay, so check this out from Rouse's. And I used this in my chili the last time. And I actually dug out the marrow from the bone. But this is $2.75. And it's bones. That says fresh beef neck bones. You can't really see because it's frozen. That's like a big old bone. Look, it's torn right there. There's a big old bone sticking out. And I cook this down in my chili. I sprout my beans. I sprout my red beans. I sprout my beans for my chili. I use a pressure cooker. That destroys the lectins. The lectins hurt our enzyme activity in our belly. So you can do these things with your foods. It's quick, it's easy, and it helps you in the long run, and bone broth is one of them. So don't throw your chicken carcass away. Put it in the pressure cooker. Put it in with the ends of your celery and the carcass of a lemon and some onion skins. And then I fill this up with water. We have really good well water. So I'm just filling it up from the tap. So you fill it up with water. And I mean, I want a lot of bone broth. So even though that's a small carcass and a small amount of vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up to the top. But what I was telling my friend Heather on the phone was that you will actually get bone broth that like congeals like gelatin, because that's how much collagen is in it. And this is really awesome for helping rebuild the cells in the intestinal lining in your gut, in your large intestine, your small, well, really your small intestine, because large intestine is for something different, but it helps to repair damage. And I did bone broth. I did it every day. I was telling her, like coffee in the morning, I warmed up my bone broth and I sprinkled in a lot of salt, mineral salt, Himalayan pink salt, something with lots of minerals in it, sea salt. And you ate the banana. I was trying to get him to save it for breakfast. Anyway, I sprinkle in some salt. I warm up the bone broth on the stove. And I drink it like a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. And it's helping my stomach. So I did that every day when I was on the autoimmune protocol. So this, my pressure cooker is probably different than your pressure cooker, but I use the canning. Okay, wait. I use the canning setting, and I set it for 2 hours. I know that's backwards. It says 5. But I'm using the canning setting. So you can cook your bone broth on the stove, but you have to cook it down for like 12 to 14 hours, and it just kind of stinks after a while in the house. I'm like, okay, that's enough. It smells like chicken in here. That's great. So the pressure cooker is great. I'm a fan. If you don't have one, you should totally have one. So anyway, that is the story of bone broth for Heather Boyer. Not Heather Mott anymore. She got married. But yeah, she's going through some stuff. And maybe you're going through some stuff too, and you're like wanting somebody to demystify bone broth. So excuse my white eyebrow hair. You guys see that? I'm old. Don't tell anybody. All right. Bye.